Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. This is the tarot reading that is different from all others. First of all, it's strictly about your ability to manifest, to enhance, to empower your manifesting ability. Number two, it also is focused on you since it is working with you and you're manifesting. The interpretation of the tarot cards is a little bit different because it begins and ends with you. So we're kind of working along that vein. I don't care what other people or other things are doing. This is all about you and your manifesting. This is all about getting you on the field, not just being a spectator, but being a participator. When you got a 2D screen in front of you, like desktop, laptop, phone, television, doesn't make any difference. If it's two-dimensional, whatever's going on the screen automatically makes you a spectator, not a participator. So you're just going to see this one picture on the screen exclusively for the next 12 minutes or so. Many people close their eyes, get into a kind of a semi-hypnotic state. It opens up their imagination because it reaches into their subconscious, which is what I am doing with each and every reading. I am reaching into your hard drive, your life experience, your early life lessons, the things that guide you every single day of your life, and helping to bring out this power from your subconscious. And I do that by inspiring you, hopefully, with this reading. So let's get to it. You see two rows. The center card in the front row and the center card in the back row are what we begin and end the reading with. Therefore, they are important. Not necessarily the most important, but they're guides. Okay? So we begin in the front row. The oracle card in the center is not for you. Interesting. And in the card, you can see there's a chessboard, and there's a fortune cookie in the middle. Now, chess is a very strategic, logical kind of game. Alrighty? So it's saying that in spite of what would be appearing like logic in life, there's an element of fortune. And it's that element of fortune that changes the chess game. Sometimes, and you could argue maybe all the time, but certainly sometimes, maybe you open up that fortune cookie. You depend on fate, you depend on luck. You depend on the unknown. Forget the game, the chess game, the board. Forget that. Yes, I know, according to chess, that fortune cookie doesn't fit there. That's the point. And that's what you're confronting in life. Everything that you thought about life that was logical. Yes, you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to, if you work really hard, you're going to succeed. And if you do, all these rules laid out. And to the best of your ability, you have tried to follow them. But many here do not still have a satisfying life. Yes, you have a life. Yes, you have things. Yes, you pay bills. Yes, you go through the normal stuff that almost everybody else goes through. You don't want that. That's not you. And I'm not saying escaping or avoiding reality. It's just your expression of reality is the part that you want to connect with. And so how the game is played is not for you. You got a board game. You got a chessboard. You got all the pieces. You're all set up. These are the rules. You got that fortune cookie. Wait a minute. Let's change up the game. And so that is what you are in. Well, if not the mood, the position to do right now. Change the game you call life. So, first row, all the way to the left, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is determination. It's stamina. It's deciding damn it, I am going to stay the course. I am going to live my life no matter what. And do it with enthusiasm, because that's what wands are all about. Enthusiasm, positivity. I am going to lead a life that I can get behind, that I can actually participate in. Not just watch my life go by, but actually participate in. I am going to supply that fortune cookie in the middle of the game of life. So, what are you looking for? Well, the Empress gives us a pretty good idea. The Empress is fertility. But what fertility really means is abundance, it's growth, it's life. And the Empress is plugged into life at its basic core. The guiding principle, and you can see it on the card, is that little thing on the bottom there, the Venus symbol. It's all about love, self-love. Not narcissistic. Narcissism has nothing to do with love whatsoever. It has to do with hate. No, she's positivity. She's love. The Empress is a lover of nature, protector, the bringer of abundance, and that's what you're looking for in your life. That's why you're saying, I'm going to be the fortune cookie on the chessboard. I'm going to change up the rules for myself. I am determined to make a life that means something to me, that is abundant in my terms, not their terms, my terms. I don't need more cars. I don't need more shoes. I don't need a bigger home. I need other things. And I'm going to find those things. You have a pretty good idea, the Nine of Cups tells me, you have a pretty good idea, maybe even have a good vision of what your life should feel like, as much as look like. Because very often we get confused, and this is the reason why we just have this one picture of the tarot deck up front and keep it there through the whole reading. We get confused, our eyes confuse us. Ooh, look, knew this. Ooh, look, knew that. Ooh, if I just had this. Ooh. And we miss the feeling of life. We get distracted by, it's in front of me, it's in front of me, it's in front of me. Rather than, how does it feel? Do I feel connected? Do I feel positive? Do I feel enthusiastic, exuberant even? So the Nine of Cups says, yeah, you have that sense already. You have that sense. You have that image. But you got to make a decision. Two of Swords, last card, bottom row. You notice this person has swords crossed at their chest. That means they're blocking their emotions. They have to make a decision. Twos are always about deciding. Swords are thoughts, ideas. But because of the arms being crossed, you're blocking your emotions. You're focused on what it looks like, not what it feels like. And that's where you go wrong. That's where you unplug from your life. You want to change that. You want to be the fortune cookie on the chessboard. Let's go to the upper row, Knight of Cups. Normally in tarot, and normally really doesn't apply when it comes to these manifested readings, come to think of it, normally when you think of cups, you think of love, and usually romantic love. But cups, in its essence, are things that we are attached to, things that we are used to. Well, it's always been that way. Always been that way. I don't know any other ways. It's always been that way, and so I'm kind of comfortable with it because I'm used to it. May be good for you, may not be good for you. Doesn't make any difference. I'm comfortable. I'm used to it. It's always been that way. Well, the Knight of Cups comes in, and Knights always bring you gifts or presents. The Knight is sensitive, emotional, loving, caring, and introspective. That part's the key part in this reading. Introspective. Giving himself the potential to love. Changing the game, allowing himself to value himself, because right now you are the Four of Cups. You just lost interest, motivation. You're bored with life. Like I said, you've been following what your eyes have been telling you. Ooh, look at this is new. This is new. Ooh, this is new. That's what they want you to do. That's why they're throwing things at you, some kind of disaster all the time, every other week. That's why the television mass media is the way it is, because they're images, they're pictures, and they realize that pictures carry a lot of weight with you rather than going with what you are feeling. And because of that, you're the Four of Cups. Knight of Cups says, love yourself. Four of Cups says, I don't know how. And at this point, I don't even care. But there's that little voice inside of you that says, not for you. You need to be that fortune cookie on the chessboard. So, what do you got to do? Well, next card up, Four of Swords. Take a break. Quit thinking. That doesn't mean that you don't carry on with the day-to-day stuff and you just kind of go numb. That's not what I'm talking about. You still need to be involved on a logical, rational level. But don't try to analyze yourself out of the situation. Not going to work. Not going to work. You need to de-stress. You need some time out. Yeah, if you got to go get some gasoline, you got to go through a procedure, and so logically, consciously, you follow that procedure. But you do not try to analyze your way out of this situation. What you do is you take the ideas, the final card here, you take the ideas that you know are true for you. You already know what's true for you. Don't overanalyze. Take what you know is true for you, and like the Seven of Swords, leave the rest behind. The rest is garbage. You don't need it. Doesn't serve you. And that's what the Seven of Swords is all about. Taking the ideas, the beliefs that they know are good for them, and then leaving the rest behind, because the rest is what's going to dump you. To emphasize that point, the final card is the vice versa card. In the middle, up top, it is the Chariot. And if anything says self-control, willpower, focus more than the Chariot, I don't know that they exist in the tarot deck. That's what the whole thing is about. You see there, and you can see that the guy in the Chariot holding up the caduceus, the healing. And then on the other side, his left side, there is the Big Dipper. He is using his subconscious. He's using his willpower. He's using his focus and self-control to direct him to his destination. He's not holding on to the animals particularly. He's using his inner strength, his inner vision to guide him. And that's what you have to do. To be the odd man out, you got to do it. To be the fortune cookie on the chessboard, you have to guide yourself. It's an internal job. What's going on, what has been going on, is not for you. It is no longer an option. To be the fortune cookie on the chessboard of life, you have to step out. Follow your gut. That's the reading for today. Back tomorrow again with another Tao Manifested reading. Hope you're here with me. If not, between now and the next time we do tarot together, peace and blessings.